Hey, before you scroll past and tell yourself maybe later, take a breath and picture this. You on a trail, throttle in hand, and everything feels effortless. You the kind of person who notices when power runs out too fast, when climbs feel like lifts instead of boosts, or when range always seems just a bit short. That feeling that your current ride isn't keeping up with how seriously you want to move, it's real. And the TST electric bike is exactly the upgrade you've been circling. Before anything else, check the current price in stock. E-bikes with premium performance specs like this T stay on stable availability for long waiting usually turns into wish I acted sooner. You didn't wake up one day and suddenly want an electric bike. It crept up on you. Short rides started feeling like workouts instead of adventures. Steep hills became grudges instead of challenges. You told yourself it was fine, but deep down, you knew the bike you had just wasn't enough anymore. That's the moment you realize you've outgrown compromise and you want something that actually performs. The first time you hit the throttle, there's a shift you feel immediately. This isn't just assisted acceleration that pulls you forward. You climb hills like they're flat roads. You cruise long distances without constantly checking your battery gauge. That freedom, that confidence is what separates a real all-terrain e-bike from the ones that barely get you where you want to go. Riding around town feels effortless. Dirt trails turn from intimidating to inviting. Commuting doesn't feel like a workout, it feels like motion finally doing its job. Even quick errands feel less like chores and more like part of your day that you actually enjoy. Once you experience that level of performance, anything weaker feels like dragging through mud, slow, tiring, and just not satisfying. Don't wait for odd price swings or stock gaps. If this e-bike is already on your mind, delaying usually turns into regret later. You might think 1500W peak sounds like overkill. That thought disappears fast. What surprises most riders isn't just the power, it's how controlled it feels. Throttle response stays smooth, not jerky. Acceleration isn't wild, it's confident and predictable. And with the 48V battery rated up to 110 miles, range stops being a question mark and starts being your new baseline. There's a quiet pride that comes with owning a bike like this. You sit taller. You smile more on the ride back home. You don't dread hills anymore, you look forward to them. You stop browsing alternatives because you finally found something that actually keeps up with how serious you are about motion. Power that feels immediate, hills that feel like flat ground, range that lets you go farther, smooth response. You can trust confidence every time you ride it once. Thoughtful maintenance care once experienced. Weak bikes feel slow at some point. You stop comparing endlessly. You choose the ride you already kept imagining for yourself. Don't let this become one of those upgrades you delay and then look back on with why didn't I act sooner? Check the price and availability now and make the call while it still feels obvious. If you're ready for motion that finally matches how energetic you live, this is it.